Viewers, it sends the second largest number of MPs to the Lok Sabha after Uttar Pradesh. Its 48 MPs can be the difference between winning and losing. The BJP was always a strong contender in Maharashtra because its oldest ally, the Shiv Sena, was by its side contesting the elections. But as we know, the two split up. At the time, it was thought to be the biggest earthquake across the Indian polescape. That's because the BJP's relationship with the Shiv Sena was almost 3 decades old, and it seemed to be immutable. But little did anyone know that that was just the beginning of more tectonic shifts. Indeed, after joining the Aghadi, the Shiv Sena has split even further. It now contends against not just the BJP, but also a rival faction led by one-time Thackeray loyalist. The Shinde Sena has been deemed by the Election Commission as the real Sena, even winning the right to flaunt the Thackeray Sena flag and symbol. Not just this, the NCP viewer of Sharad Pawar, arguably the most influential party opposed to the BJP in the state, has also splintered along improbable lines. Once again, in the face of a spectacular coup pulled off by the Bharatiya Janata Party. The big defections and realignments have not just upset the math, but also, viewers, the chemistry in the state. Viewers, I can quickly run you through the biggies who have jumped ship. There's Eknath Shinde, as you know, split the Shiv Sena and has now become, because of the EC's beneficence, the official Shiv Sena. There's Ajit Pawar, who has split the NCP and because of the Election Commission, again, viewers, gets to keep the symbol of the original NCP, his uncle's party. Viewers, the list is long. Milind Deora quit the Congress on the day Rahul Gandhi began the second leg of his Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra. Deora has joined the Shinde Sena to contest the Rajya Sabha polls. Baba Siddiqui quit the Congress, joined the Ajit Pawar camp, again crossing flaws into the NDA. The biggest knock the Congress got was Ashok Chavan. He quit the Congress, joined the BJP, and now is set to contest the Rajya Sabha polls. With every other leader changing sides and carrying with them their vote bank, or conversely alienating their traditional voters by switching sides, even pollsters, viewers, don't know how voters will respond. This is why their predictions vary. One particular poll gave the NDA 39 out of 48 seats, the MVA 9. Another gave the NDA significantly less, almost half that number. Everyone's all over. Given the jumbled math and the hard to compute chemistry, it can be safely said that past performance will no longer be a reliable marker to predict the outcome of the 2024 Lok Sabha battle. But nonetheless, here on your screens is a quick recap of the votes and seats won by the NDA and the opposition in the last consequential elections. I'm not going to read all that data out to you, viewers, because as I told you, it doesn't really matter. And so if past numbers can't be relied upon to make a forecast, let's ask analysts if all this now means, and I'm asking certain questions, whether Maharashtra is well and truly hanging in the balance. Has it become a swing state definitively in this election, which was not perhaps the case in 2014 or in 2019? Second question, whether the desertions from the India bloc amount to a vote of no confidence in the India bloc's leadership. Is the BJP's aggressive poaching game a sign of incipient insecurity? It perhaps knows in its heart of hearts that it's in trouble in Maharashtra, so let's weaken the opposition, let's pull leaders across. It tried that, viewers, during the Kolkata Assembly elections of 2021. It failed miserably. Last but not least, can a hollowed out India bloc survive the defections? These are some fundamental questions, viewers, and let's open it up this evening And let's speak to some people who actually have a sense of what is going on the ground, including two pollsters. So this is an important conversation where we try to match the math and the chemistry. Seems very complicated, Pradeep Bhandari of Jan Ki Baat, but you might have a sense, because what you do really is hit the ground yourself, and you go from constituency to constituency and then formulate really an idea for yourself. So what is your team or you personally picking up on the ground in Maharashtra? Where is the real number for the BJP there? And is really a problem state for it, or have all these defections really pulled it out of trouble?
Thank you so much, Rahul, for having me on your show. And as I speak, I'm speaking from Maharashtra, and I'm in Mumbai. So let me tell you, Rahul, that Maharashtra for the Bharatiya Janata Party, for the Lok Sabha elections and for the Assembly elections, is a different ballgame altogether. Now, if I look at the immediate test, electoral test, which is the 2024 Lok Sabha election, in this Lok Sabha election, what we are picking up from the ground, Rahul, is that the vote in Maharashtra, whenever you poll on the name of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, you do not see a sense of anti-incumbency, and that is geography agnostic and region agnostic in Maharashtra. Now, if you look at the strategy, Rahul, which I can see from the ground, and what I am picking up from the ground, is the BJP is trying to give a sentiment in Maharashtra that the opposition is extremely weak. So each of these parties, which is Sharad Pawar's and Sharad Pawar, who had the control on NCP, or Uddhav Thackeray, who had the control on Shiv Sena, all of them were double-digit vote share parties. Sharad Pawar around 15-16% of vote, Uddhav Thackeray with the BJP got more than 20% of vote, and Congress also around 16 to 17% of vote. Now, all of these have been split, and they've been split at least into a scenario where it's just not a leader split which has taken place, but also workers on the ground have defected towards the newly formed NDA. So in this scenario, Rahul, opposition bloc seems very, very weak on the ground. And if you add that there is no anti-incumbency per se against Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Maharashtra, I do not see a problem vis-a-vis Maharashtra Lok Sabha is concerned, where 48 seats are going. In fact, Rahul, on the contrary, this time the Bharatiya Janata Party can fight on more seats in Maharashtra than last time. In 2014 and 19 each, it won 23 seats in Maharashtra Lok Sabha and fought somewhere around 24-25 seats. This time, it might fight on larger seats and can cross the 23 mark. So if you look BJP per se, Rahul, in Maharashtra Lok Sabha, there is not a difficulty. But for the Assembly, Rahul, yes, the baseline of politics has definitely changed in Maharashtra, because now each of these parties have 3 blocks and cadres to allay to, and Maharashtra Assembly election will definitely be a very, very challenging elections for each of these parties, and it will be too premature at this moment to comment on that.
Yeah, of course.
2024
our focus
I do not see a problem for Modi in Maharashtra, Rahul.
Okay, so you think that the Modi factor will override all others. Let me bring in Sanjay Kumarji. He needs no introduction. Lokniti CSDS analyst from there. Somebody who has been a co-director and is a co-director, also a cephalogist in his own right. Mr. Kumar, look, there is a chemistry issue here. At least that's how I read it. I'm not an expert, but my little understanding. If people like Ashok Chavan move, if people like Mr. Pawar, Ajit Pawar moves, a large number of his cadre move, the NCP relies on a lot of so-called secular vote. I mean, that's the terminology. Will that also move with the leader? Is it associated or tied in with the leader? Will, let's say, some minorities and others who don't really subscribe to the BJP or the Shinde Sena's outlook or the Shiv Sena's outlook, disregard all of that and say, no, we are going with our leader even though he's in the BJP, or will that prove to be a problem?
Rahul, I get a sense when we do the survey, the voters who are what we call the swing voters, I'm not talking about the loyalist of BJP or anti-BJP, Congress or anti-Congress.
Yes.
But there is a tendency among Indian voters to be on the right side. And when I say right side, these are the swing voters who just wait to see which party seems to be much stronger, which party seems to be in a winning situation in an election, and they tend to take that side, or they tend to shift to that side. It is not different when we talk about the leaders as well. As elections come closer, 2024 Lok Sabha election, leaders of these parties which you mentioned, the two factions of Shiv Sena and two factions of NCP, even if people at the moment seem to be on the Sharad Pawar side or Uddhav Thackeray's side, but I get a sense slowly and gradually we will see more movement from Sharad Pawar to Ajit Pawar and from Uddhav Thackeray to Eknath Shinde group, because the perception is building. And why only perception? Technically also, because the Shinde group has got the real Shiv Sena tag and Ajit Pawar group has got the real NCP tag. They have got the flag, they have got the symbol, and we all know how important is election symbol in Indian elections. So slowly and gradually, I don't think, going back to your question, I don't think ideological commitments will be able to hold on even very strong loyalist of Sharad Pawar or even strong loyalist of Uddhav Thackeray. We might see more shift as we come closer to 2024 Lok Sabha elections.
That's interesting, viewers. Now let me bring in Shweta, Shalini and Tehseen Poonawalla. Shweta Shalini is an articulate spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party from Maharashtra. Shweta, Shalini, a lot of people have some complaints with the BJP. Now, I find it very ironic. The finance minister gets up in parliament, reads the white paper where the Aadhar scam is highlighted as one of those issues with which the Congress cheated the public. The face of that scam, Mr. Chavan, is now in the BJP, and it's going to be an Rajya Sabha ticket holder very soon. He'll become a Rajya Sabha member and member of parliament from your party. Many people are saying that you're desperate, you're insecure, you're pulling in Congress. Congress मुक्त नहीं हुआ, कांग्रेस से बीजेपी युक्त हो गई है. ये क्या कर रहे हैं आप? Ajit Pawar, Prime Minister, called him corrupt, said 70,000 crore scam mein he was a lead role upriser, and today he's sitting in your party as your Deputy Chief Minister.
Okay, Rahul, thank you so much. I think that was very smart play of words. But answering your question, let's understand this. I just saw a slide on your screen which said that Bharatiya Janata Party in the last Lok Sabha had got about 23 seats.
Yes, ma'am.
But the vote share was about 27.8%. Now, categorically, the aim of Bharatiya Janata Party is to fight an election and win and go up to about 50% of vote share that we have seen in Madhya Pradesh. Now, unfortunately, Maharashtra is the only state across India which you will still see that multiple parties are not only active but extremely active. They are on the ground, they have a vote bank, they have workers, they have karyakartas and so on and so forth. So for Bharatiya Janata Party to travel and make the journey from a 27% vote share to a 50% vote share, Bharatiya Janata Party has to do things which it has not done before. Secondly, I heard Pradeep ji talk, I heard Sanjay ji talk, and one of the things that I wanted to point out specifically for Maharashtra are two things. Point number one, the Modi favorite across cities, whether it is tier 1 metro cities, tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, Modi is the favorite of all. So as far as the Lok Sabha is concerned, forget all the surveys. What we are trying, especially because your question was aimed at Ashok Chavanji. Ashok Chavanji lost Lok Sabha last time and we made him lose Lok Sabha. So when he comes to us, it really does not mean that he is coming here for Lok Sabha. But what we want to do, yes, his name is tainted and none of the action is going to stop this. We have been saying time and again. But what's most important are the karyakartas that have always tagged along with him. What is most important is the entire ecosystem that lies behind Ashok Chavanji, which has stuck to the leader ever since he has also lost. For Bharatiya Janata Party to gain foot there, to ensure that that set of karyakarta become Bharatiya Janata Party's karyakarta, and the vote share increases and goes to about 50%. These are things that we need to do.
Okay.
What we need to do is to welcome and give a red carpet to anybody who is
Okay.
ready to accept our ideology on our terms.
Well, at least, Shweta, Shalini, I cannot fault you for being absolutely frank, brutally honest, that yes, compulsion, expediency, call it what you want to, has forced you into taking these steps. Okay, that much has been proven. Now, whether the voter agrees with you or not, that's a different matter. This is a calculated risk, she says, but that doesn't mean that the cases will slow, etc., etc. Fine. Tehseen Poonawalla, let's put your hand on your heart and be as honest. You also need no introduction. You have been a resident of that city from the day, from Mumbai and of course Pune from the day you were born. You know that state like it's your DNA. So I'm going to ask you, it's not just people like Mr. Chavan who think that they'll get whitewashed in the washing machine, but it's also someone as consequential as Milind Deora who walks out. The next generation and you yourself were very disappointed. Is this a vote of no confidence at all levels? I'm even talking about those who have deserted your ally Uddhav Thackeray. In the leadership, fundamental leadership, both at the centre and at the state level, within the Congress and the Shiv Sena. Be honest tonight.
Thank you for having me on the show, Rahul, and I'm always honest when I'm on your show. So there are 2 or 3 things, if I may put it. I completely agree with what Pradeep said, and Pradeep is somebody I take extremely seriously, that Prime Minister Modi is extremely popular in Lok Sabha, particularly in Maharashtra. There's no doubt about it. But there is a caveat to this popularity of Prime Minister Modi, and I can tell you this from, if the Congress fields good candidates, the BJP will lose and will lose seats. Simply because the BJP's performance, both in Lok Sabha and in the Assembly, has been a disaster to see. I mean, because you mentioned Pune and Mumbai, Pune has been so bad governed by the BJP that it's a complete mess. So yes, there is affinity for Prime Minister Modi. If the candidate the Congress selects is good, the BJP will get defeated. Come what may, whichever way you look at it, BJP will lose seats in Lok Sabha, and the gain will go to the alliance. Now, yes, there are leaders who have left. I was very disappointed when Milind Bhai left. I was extremely disappointed. But some of those problems have been because of the regional parties, in particular Uddhav Thackeray faction, Shiv Sena, or Ajit Pawar. And my problem with Ajit Pawar's faction was, and now that split has happened, and I've said this publicly, even while Ajit Pawar was in an alliance with Congress party, and this is not now, Delhi media has discovered this now. I'm talking about way back in 2008, Ajit Pawar aligned with BJP and Shiv Sena to form a Pune pattern to keep Congress out of power in local body politics, while they were in alliance with Congress in local body, state body and central body. Ajit Pawar is like Kumaraswamy is always gravitated towards the BJP, and there's somebody I don't trust, so I'm glad that this is good riddance for the Congress. The enemy of the Congress in Maharashtra, I've always said, is not BJP. BJP may think Congress is its enemy, are these regional parties. So today, the Congress is in an excellent position to grow. The Congress also enjoys such goodwill in Maharashtra because it was born in Maharashtra. It was actually born in my city of Pune, but the first session was held in Bombay, then Bombay because of the plague. So Congress has tremendous goodwill in Maharashtra, particularly Western Maharashtra. So 2 things Congress can do and they can gain. 1, don't give in to the likes of, say, a Sanjay Raut or Uddhav Thackeray ji's party, or given too many seats in Western UP to NCP. Right. Even in Vidarbha right now, Congress is the number 1 party in the assembly, the biggest party. Okay. That's where Devendra Fadnavis ji comes from. He comes from Vidarbha, and Congress is by far the biggest party there. Okay. So 1, don't give in to them. B, if the Congress and the BJP continue national politics, Maharashtra is gravitating towards that. There will be only these 2 parties in the next 10 years. In the immediate future, BJP can lose, provided Congress gives good candidates. The BJP will lose seats.
The problem right now for the Congress is that some of its good candidates or better faces have moved away into the NDA. I think Tehseen accepts that. Now, the reasons might be varied. He, of course, skirted whether it's a vote of no confidence on his own leadership. He claims that they've been squeezed out because they couldn't get along with some of the allies. But viewers, the sum total from this debate, the baseline is, it'll come down to the Modi factor as Pradeep Bhandari identified it. Can the Modi factor pull the NDA along overridingly over all these fissures and cracks? Once again, it's Mr. Modi on the ticket, viewers, and we've seen empirically in the Hindi heartland difference of about 10 to 15% in vote shares between state elections and national elections. Could that happen? That's all they need. From 27%, 15%, and it's very close to what Shweta Shalini was telling us about where the BJP wants to be in Maharashtra. I'll leave it at that, viewers. It's going to be very interesting. It's not an over and above uncertainties kind of election, viewers. It's still an open election, let me tell you that. We'll take a short break.